Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is AZastropsych. I'm just doing a quick little who you're dealing with this week. So without further ado, I use animal spirits. Interesting. This is who you're dealing with this week. Interesting. And then light seers for some clarification. Please check out my other readings. They're the full moon, new moon. They're based on Nostradamus old style. And if you just want to play and take a listen, it's both tarot and astrology. Please do. All right, so let's get started. Taurus, the snake. So who you're dealing with this week? We have the snake. So somebody who there is like this snakiness. This snake, you know, whenever I see this picture, she's protecting something. You know, snakes really protect their eggs. They will snap. So if somebody, if you feel like, if you're a parent and, you know, it's just very protective. You could be protective of your creative ideas, right? Maybe you toss something out there creatively with your team or whatever, and somebody's, you know, coming after you. You're very protective of that. If it's a child, you're very protective of that. It's like you really take care of that, especially Taurus, right? You're the bull. If anyone comes after, you might not like confrontation, but if it gets pushed too far, you're not afraid to bite, right? So, and maybe that's it too. If this is who if you're dealing with somebody, know that somebody is being very protective, right? They're not afraid to bite. They might be protective of their creative endeavors, right? Sometimes get this creative ideas. Like if you work for an agency or something, somebody's like protecting. They're taking care of their stuff. They don't want to share. So if it's a workmate, somebody has some creative ideas, and maybe you're just probing like, hey, why don't we do this? Hey, know that the snake, they might bite, but they're just being very protective, right? Of their family, their ideas, whatever that is, their friends, okay? All right, so let's get some more clarification here with the Light Seers Tarot. And don't forget, check out my new moon and full moon reading, guys. All right, okay, interesting. We've got your card, Hierophant, something you're committed to. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So the Hierophant's you. It's all about being committed to the situation. I don't think the snake is you. Whatever this is or whomever this is, I think you're committed to them. Just understand that whatever it is they're dealing with, I think it's protective mode, you know. So try to keep things light. The Ten of Wands here is dropping some burdens, so they might be dealing with a lot of burdens right now, right? It's a heavy load. They're dealing with a lot, right? Know that. So when people are dealing with a lot, they get in protective mode, like, hey, right, trying to keep everything together, right? So we don't want to piss them off. And the Hierophant, again, that is you. That is commitment to anything related to banking, like traditional systems as well. That is the Hierophant, right? You know, he's not afraid to go to the top. But they're dealing with a lot of burdens, that's for sure. And they might walk away. That's the other thing I'm getting. They're dropping the burdens and walking away. I mean, maybe somebody's going to leave your job, leave, you know, one of your friends, there's just too much going on. If you're like, you know, your play group, or if you're like in a creative group, some sort of thing like that, somebody might say it's just too much, right? Then they're kind of taking everything they know, and they might be dropping the burdens and moving on. It's just too much for them. Maybe that's making you happy. Possibly. Like, oh, I'm just going to take this someplace else, you know. Has to do with stability. Maybe they're just not making enough money. Maybe they feel like they're putting in too much money, too much time. but it's definitely creating this feeling of instability. They want to keep, look, circles, circles. They want to keep things close to them. Yeah? So they're not going to give up their ideas. They might just drop the burdens and move on. Just don't be surprised if that's who you're dealing with. Interesting. So we have the Page of Swords is somebody who's doing their research. So if this is somebody at work, they're a researcher. They, Page of Swords is the first one out there. They're trying to find the information. They're doing their research before they drop their burdens and leave. Yeah, Page of Swords is also the spy. Maybe they just feel like if it's a workmate, they're just feeling like, I could get more someplace else. And so all of a sudden they're leaving, or if it's like somebody in a band, or, a bandmate or something, they're just like, that's it. This is just too much for me. I can't handle it. It's costing me too much money, right? And you guys are like all working but they have a bite. That's the snake. They're trying to protect everything, protect their stability, and maybe doing research to possibly, drop the burdens and let go, or they're going to just, 10 of Wands is dropping the burdens and moving on. Maybe it's just too much for them. Again, this just came out for Aries, Queen of Swords. Listen to your intuition, especially when it comes to them. Stay out of your head. Think black and white, right? Listen to your intuition and then move on. Yeah, it's just black and white, and you cut out the people you need to cut out. So, all right, Taurus, let me know what you think. Look forward to hearing what the scoop is. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week in the new moon. Take care. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.